Welcome back, guys. I hope all of you will be fine. So this is question 5.26 and the statement of this question is assuming that 6 in 10 automobiles accidents are due mainly to a speed violation, find the probability that among 8 automobile accidents 6 will be due mainly to a speed violation. Okay, so we have to do it how? In part A of it, we have to use the formula for binomial distribution for finding out the solution, and B, we have to solve it by using table A.1. Okay, so let us solve it here. So the solution of it is here, and in order to solve it we can very clearly see that here we have 8 choices, and out of those 8 choices we have 6 which should be true or which should be the accidents which we want to find out. Okay, so first we have to find out the probability of accidents. Why? Because this is clearly the problem of the binomial probability distribution. Okay, so according to the binomial probability distribution, if I want to find out the probability of x equal to k, this is what? This is the n choose k. Okay, the probability of the each item or each success here, so it would be the probability or p raised to power k and 1 minus p raised to power n minus k. Okay, looking at it here, what information did we get? We can very clearly see that here we have found that 6 in 10 automobile accidents are due mainly speed violations. So from it we can very clearly find out the probability of these automobile accidents which are due mainly to a speed violation, and that is 6 out of 10, which is 0.6. Okay, this is what we have found out. Similarly here we can very clearly see that among 8 automobile accidents 6 will be due mainly to a speed violation. So the total number of automobiles here are 8, and from 8 we have to find the probability that 6 are basically due mainly to a speed violation. Okay, so all the items are given here. Let me put values here. So the probability that x is equal to 6, okay, or probability that k is equal to 6, that can be written here as well. Okay, so putting all these values here, we will get 8 choose 6, probability is 0.6 raised to power 6. Okay, and 1 minus 0.6 raised to power 8 minus 6, that is 2. Let me simplify it as well. So simplifying it, it will become 8 factorial divided by 8 minus 6 factorial, which is 2 factorial and 6 factorial as well. Okay, multiplying it with this 0.6 raised to power 6 and 0.4 raised to power 2. Okay, solving it, at the end what will we get? The answer of it, finding them all here, the answer of it would be 0.2081. okay, so that is what, that is basically the solution for part A of my question. Okay, let me write here part A as well. So this is the solution of part A. Similarly, in part B, we are asked to find the similar solution by using table A.1. Okay, so what is the table A.1? How can we find out the values here? So here we have all the values, which is for n equal to 8, and the probability here is what we can see, that this is 0.6. This is, let me have here part B. In order to find out the probability for k equal to 6, what do we have to do? We can very clearly see that we have to find out the probability of all the items less than or equal to 6, and from it I have to subtract the values which are less than or equal to 5. Okay, why this? Because if I can see here that this is the distribution, here I have the 6, here I have 5, okay, and I have here this distribution. Let me have it for this 6, okay, and I want to find out what I want to find out this area which is here. So from this I have to subtract this area, which let me highlight in red, okay. So in order to do so I have to subtract this area, okay. So this area is what, this is this, okay, and this bluish area which is the overall, this is here, okay. So from it we will very easily find out this area which is the required one, and this is here we have. But what table do we want to find out? Why did I use this k less than or equal to 6 and k less than or equal to 5? Why not we simplified it by using this formulation? Let us first go to the table A.1. So this is basically the table which we were here to use. So now here you can very clearly see that this is the formula which I am going to use, and here for my previous question where I have k is equal to 6, for it I have used probability that k is less than or equal to 6 minus the probability that k is less than or equal to 5. Why? Because here you can see that here we have this symbol which is less than or equal to c. So here we have c equal to 6, here we have c equal to 5. So this is the first parameter I have to use here. This is the first parameter I have to use it, okay. Similarly, the other parameter here I have to use is the n, okay. So n is what? N is basically the total number of items which are here. So the total number of items here which I have previously seen are 8. So this is the second parameter here as well, okay. The third parameter is this probability, which I have seen that this was 6 by 10, so which was 0.6, which I have previously seen. So this was here 0.6, 0.6 here as well, okay. So I have to find out the probabilities of these parameters and then subtract them out. But how to find them out here? The first parameter here is 0.6. Let me choose this color here, okay. So the first parameter here is the 0.6, so this is here. So I have to look at this column, okay. This is the table, and the second parameter is n equal to 8, okay. This, so here these are all the values of n. This is n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, okay. So let me move to the n equal to 8, okay. So this is n equal to 8, and the third parameter here is what? This is here 6 for this one and 5 for this one. So let me move here. This is 8, and the values for the third parameters are here. So the first is here, the second one is here. So let me use them here. This is for the first one, let me use this blue color, okay. So the first one is this one. The probability of it was 0.6 and this was 0.685, okay. So the for 5 it is 0.685, and from it I have it should be subtracted from this one where the value of c is 6. So let me move to the same position, and here I can see that let me use another color for it, and for it let me use this green color, okay, this green color. So this is 6 and this one, so this is 0.894. So this is 0.894, okay. So once we will subtract them, what will be the answer? The answer of it would be, let me use another color which is this black. The answer of it would be 0.209, okay, which is what? Which is basically the solution of the question which I wanted to find out. Okay, this is 0.209, and I have explained this table to you because this is the binomial probability equation, and you have seen that how to use this table for it. This n is basically the total number of items which are here. This c is what? This is basically the 6 and 5 which are basically found for the ranges which we have here, and the last item here is the probability, which is the probability of the true events for which we have here all the required stuff. Okay, so let us move to our page. So this is what we had, and here we have found out that this was what? This was 0.209. okay, which is what? Which is almost the same value which we have found out by this formula, but the methodology for finding out the probability by this method is quite different than this one. But you have found out that how to utilize the binomial probability table to find out the required quantities. Okay, so that's it for today. If you have any question, you can ask me in the comment box. See you soon.